Altered perfection. What is shaping the unattainable ideals in the beauty industry, and when does delusion become an ethical concern? Focus. The focus of this inquiry is to identify some of the issues and debates surrounding the reality of altered images that shape these unattainable beauty ideals and the effects this is having on popular culture. Body image. One of the most concerning effects of the media is that by glamorizing thin models and celebrities, it promotes figures that are unattainable. The association between mass media and eating disorders in body-conscious viewers has been a topic of interest in current research trends. In fact, excessive retouching by advertisers and magazine editors has been deemed the retouching epidemic. Does the problem lie in the lack of ethics currently imposed on magazine editors, the fashion industry, and advertisers? Or is it the reduction to indifference through pluralism and objectification that is to blame? This inquiry will explore the role of media portrayals of body image as accepted representation of beauty and how one judges the self in relation to others based on social expectations made possible through repetitious narratives. Gerontology. It appears that a slow stream of scholars are beginning to recognize aging and examining how these celebrities are represented. However, could the process of reinventing the self through evaluating aging celebrities create an anti-aging narrative promoting lifestyle choices and plastic surgery as the former in manipulating gerontological behaviors? The inquiry will examine industry-led campaigns who employ aging beauties in an effort to combat discrimination against gerontology in the celebrity and fashion cultures and the effects this is actually having on society. Unknown peer comparisons. Historically, only seasoned professionals outside of the studio were capable of digital manipulation. Contemporarily, filters made readily available on social media sites such as Snapchat and Instagram are commonplace, resulting in a culture of perfectionism and a plastic surgery epidemic in youth. We must question the effects this is having on society. Has this trend created a house of mirrors, blurring the lines of reality between the signifier and the signified? Where does the tyranny lie? Is it in the signified, or is it manifested in the signifier? The inquiry will explore some of the effects the practice of using these filters is having on both sides of the anamorphic mirror and consider the tyranny of the signifier. Ethics. The inquiry will examine the value of artistic freedom and question when digital manipulation becomes unethical. The Hippocratic Oath, internationally followed by the medical field, promises primum non nocere, first do no harm. Is it ethical for the beauty industry to perform virtual surgery on bodies through filters and artistic processes that do harm to subjects on both sides of the anamorphic mirror? How practical is this fundamental precept when artistic freedoms come into play? And can this ideology be imposed on the media? Can we question these practices driven by the beauty industry's motives in a post-capitalist society? Artifacts. I will be using comparatives that expose some of the more extreme examples as shown, but also the highly technical approaches used to achieve a more realistic outcome in mainstream media. I will use examples that expose the industry's ideologies of gerontology as a deformation by retouching images of celebrities to delusional states, and explore feminist art and representational response to the patriarchy of the beauty industry and explore the theories of this intersection. Methodologies. I will use case studies that discuss methods of what is shaping these ideals and argue when these practices do harm and question the ethics. Case studies that illustrate the effects disclosure of these practices has had on subjects surprisingly makes the comparison focus worse. Examine case studies that use the selfie as a contextual tool to explore the unknown peer phenomenon, where the use of filters to perfect selfies is having the same effect on viewers as professionally manipulated models. Finally, I will critically analyze and deconstruct comparatives and feminist response in light of these case study findings. Sources. I will use academic journals acquired through virtual learning environments, scholarly journals, and books that examine the issues and debates surrounding this proposal.